This episode is brought to you by Higginbotham, your single source for insurance, wealth management, and employee benefit needs. Glamour.
Grit. Glamour.
Grit. Glamour. Grit.
Hello. It's Glamour and Grit. It's Friday. Shaky, shaky, shake, 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 shake Friday. Akakaracha. Akakaracha. Y'all, I am exhausted. We got in
Why are
late.
you exhausted?
I'm always freaking tired. No, I'm actually not.
What have you done this week that would ever be exhausting?
I'm going to knuckle you so hard.
We had a big travel week this week, guys. We've been all over the place.
We are literally dead. No, I got in late last night with the kids. I traveled with the kids, not alone. I traveled with my sister-in-law, who is a saint. But there's nothing like traveling alongside another parent. I think, God love, I feel like we scarred your sister for life. Landed last night, and then I leave for LA in about 3 hours. So I'm a crazy woman.
Well, so we had this brilliant idea that we need to do more often, but we finally figured out a great time to do a family vacation. We got both kids. We got our sister, my sister, Katie. She's coming with us. We got a beautiful house rented in Florida. And like 2 days before we're supposed to go on this
Yes.
vacation.
And we picked Saturday through Wednesday. We were like, how perfect. It's going to be during the week. They're going to skip school.
We had
Nothing's going to go on.
2 baptisms of our younger in my family, if they're young, like a baby and you're an adult, they're your niece or nephew. So I'm going to say our niece and nephew had baptisms this weekend, even though they're technically our cousins. But so it was kind of like and we had our goddaughter's birthday that Sunday. It was a big day. So we're cramming all this into South Florida vacation time. And then I get a call 2 days before we're leaving for vacation that I've got to go back to Mexico after only being in Florida for a day. So we get there Saturday.
But did we get there Saturday?
Oh my God. We're going to get into that.
Okay.
We're going to get into that. We get there Saturday. We've got all the family functions Sunday, and then I have to leave 3 a.m. Monday morning for Mexico. Sadie and the kids stay because I'm like, just enjoy this time. She's like, just go do what you have to do. We'll be okay. So my vacation was not a vacation. I got 1 day.
No. And then here I am with the kids. We're all sick. Your sister-in-law's sick. I'm sick. The kids are sick.
Everybody's sick.
Just all the gugas. That's what I'm going to just call it. The gugas everywhere. And so it really wasn't vacation because no one was really sleeping. No one was really feeling 100%.
Yeah, but it was nice. At least I got Sunday of family time, man. We saw cousins and grandparents. Really,
Sunday was the best day ever.
For the kids to be with their
baptisms
great
and to
grandma was huge. That meant so much to me. And now Sadie came back 1 day. Now she's got to go to LA to go record, and then she'll come back to Texas. So we've just been all over the place right now. But we're here. We're in the Glamour and Grit, and we're very excited about
Actually,
it.
I'm super excited to be recording in-house because we had a little scandalicious the last time we recorded. We recorded live from Vegas, and the hotel that we recorded at, I'm not going to name the name, were not really happy that we recorded inside their hotel room. So they tried to take down our Instagram.
They tried to deactivate our Instagram and have us take down the videos.
Even though we never mentioned the hotel name.
There's no mention of a hotel. There's no publicity of the hotel. We're not filming in and around the hotel. We're
husband and wife, so it's not like we can do it over Zoom.
We're in our bedroom, in our hotel room.
That we paid for.
Filming ourselves for the last episode. And they put up this big stink. We didn't have permits, da-da-da-da-da. We had a Zoom call in our hotel room, and they're saying that we had. Anyway, they didn't win.
No, they tried to take down our Instagram, which is actually bonkers. And we're a small podcast. We're a small business, and they are not. And they are trying to take us down.
It didn't work.
No, we're back, baby. Yeah, now they're really going to come after us.
But let's go back for a second, because those of you who have kids might have already felt this and understood this. Those of you who have traveled through DFW might have known this. But DFW is the third most populated airport in terms of foot traffic in the entire world.
Someone told me that DFW airport is the same size as New York City.
Honey, behind Dubai and Atlanta, DFW is the third busiest airport on the planet. And there's not a dang child play area in that entire place. We were stuck for 7 hours.
7 hours with a 2 and a 4-year-old, and where is the play area?
Our flight kept getting delayed, and then we'd have to change
Then it
gates,
get
then we'd have to
canceled.
change terminals, then we'd have
Yes.
to change gates again and terminals again. And finally, 7 hours later, we're trying to figure out what to do with our kids. There is zero play areas at DFW, the third most busiest airport on the planet for children.
But there is a Lego store and a Toys R Us store.
Go ahead.
I know.
Go off, Queen.
And so we spent more money than God to try to entertain them, but it's hard building Legos in the middle of an entire airport being shut down.
Mayor of Dallas, Eric, whatever his
Adams, I think.
Okay, we need a play area for children in DFW.
And they say there's a play area in the McDonald's, and it's not. It's literally a tiny little, not even a slide. What is that?
No,
Like
it looks like a padded like you're.
It's the dumbest thing ever.
Like
and
you
then
have mental like health issues, and you put in the padded room. You know, like at a psych ward.
Oh yes.
It's all this it's like a padded circle with one little cube in the middle, and that's their play area. Guys, Dallas Love is like a quarter of the size and has an amazing play area for kids. So many airports do. Dallas, third most populated or third busiest airport in the world.
We need a play area.
I don't know what we have to do to make that happen, but that needs to happen.
So we had going to West Palm, which should usually be like the easiest travel day ever. We had like a 13-hour travel day with the kids.
Yeah.
But we remained calm. We remained happy. There was one point I was just kind of like, I'm kind of done. Just because I'm a person, I like to know. It just kept delaying. And I was like, are we going to get canceled again? Like, that was my whole big thing. I don't mind if we stay there all day if I know a flight is actually going to go out.
Yeah.
But the not knowing gave me massive anxiety.
And I will say, for all those parents that have kids that aren't good travelers because they're at that weird age, we finally hit with Molly Morgan's a dream because she'll just sit and play on her iPad and like.
We try to save iPads for travel days. Like our kids don't get on iPads unless we're traveling. So it really is like such a big deal to them.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And it's so exciting. She reads stories on there. She's got her little games and it's all educational. It's amazing. But Mick, before this trip, has always been a difficult traveler because he gets restless and he's anxious and da-da-da-da-da. But he's finally hit that turning point. He's now 2.5. And this is starting to be the perfect
We're
pocket.
starting, yes. He had a few moments on the flight home where his new favorite term, I don't love you anymore. That's like he loves. And then Eric was walking with him in the airport, our 7 hours that we were there. And he kept turning around being like, stop following me. Stop following me.
Yeah, he was just so furious over the travel day that he wanted to pace down the terminal, the American terminal, the entire way from 1 to like 40, whatever those gates go to. And if you've seen
our son, he's built like a TCU lineman. He is the biggest, thickest, but not fat, just his head's huge, and he's got the anger to match it.
Oh, well, he was furious because I was not letting him walk by himself. So finally he said, I don't want to see you. I said, well, Mick, if you don't see me and you're walking by yourself, you might get lost. He's like, I want to get lost.
I know.
I was like, what do I say to this 2-year-old? So I literally had to hide behind poles and trash cans and things and other people to make it seem like he was walking the terminal by himself. So in his mind, he walked the entire American at DFW terminal by himself and got to the end where all the windows were and just kind of like stood there like he didn't know what to do now and just kind of turned around. He's like, damn right, Dad. I'll do what I want to do.
Y'all, I don't know if this is all 2-year-olds. Mick is a force to be reckoned with. He's a grade ahead at school, and he's insanely smart. But where this insanely smart boy also has is an insane temper. Holy cow. He just goes off. And what's so hard for me is
Gets it
actually
from his mama, I think.
I know, y'all. I've got, where I am the sweetest, I've got a little spice in me. I've just got a temper. I used to say, I've controlled it now. I've learned how to, thanks to anxiety medication, I've learned how to control it.
I'm sweating through my shirt sitting here just thinking about her going off right now,
Stop.
guys. No.
No, I've actually gotten like amazing.
Sweetest, most amazing, biggest heart, personality person you'll ever have in your life. But if you cross her, if you cross
my people, I think that's more. If
or
like
your
I'm just
people.
done.
forget about living ever again.
Shush up. No, I'm just done. Like, I'm done with you. That was it. That, like, you broke my heart. I'm done.
Yeah.
So I think that's the Taurus in me. So Mick gets that. He gets like a little spice, and there's no like calming him down. Like, I'm always like, he'll say, I don't love you anymore. And I'm like, okay. He's like, good. I don't love you ever again. And I'm like, you're going to get timeout. So I'll put him in timeout. I like timeout. So you're like, you cannot win with this kid. But I kind of love it because I'm like, whatever. He's gonna take over one day.
Yeah, but he's 2 and this is already such a thing. So I can't even imagine what it's going to be like 4, 6, 8, 10.
That's why the child needs to get in football. He needs somewhere to displace his moments.
100%. Should we dive right in? Because this has been an insane week for a lot of reasons. Entertainment, sports, but really the big news right now, other than Taylor Swift, which we're going to get into, President Biden signing and passing a ban on TikTok
Dun, dun, dun.
in the United States.
But not yet. It's just if that company doesn't sell.
Right. They have until January, but guess what?
Next January?
But guess what?
Talk to me.
The company, TikTok, is owned by a Chinese company called ByteDance, and they are under Chinese law, and the Chinese government has already put on record opposing any sale whatsoever of TikTok. So China's not for it, and they're owned by China under Chinese law.
Yeah.
So odds are they're not going to sell it, and they're fighting tooth and nail. They're going to go to court. They're going to do whatever they can. But 170 million Americans use TikTok every single day, and they're saying that it is being wiped. They have until January to change ownership, and if they don't, it is gone in the United States.
To be honest, I think that's great. I know everybody's going to come after me for saying that, but I think TikTok is the new Snapchat, and it's just dangerous. I think we're seeing it's like gaming to me. I think gaming is so dangerous for kids. TikTok, I would love to know out of that 170 million, how many are children under the age of 18? Because I do think TikTok is an extremely dangerous place for our youth. Like, I think adults, besides our income, I think adults would be like, okay, that would suck, but okay.
But it's brought a lot of people opportunity and financial gains. Like, people are making a ton of money off their TikToks. Like, they've really.
I also though think that's the point too. As an actor, if you get on an amazing show, it's also what else you do. So if your entire sole, income comes from TikTok, then you haven't done your job. I think if you are a TikTok star, then you should be creating, lines. You should be and
a lot of them are.
Line.
I mean,
right. So I think you should be good. You should be building other.
But they're saying this is a violation of our freedom of speech in this country. They're saying that people are expressing themselves through TikTok, and to take that away is a violation of one of their amendments.
I also think they're expressing themselves just to make an income, to make a splash.
But
so
I'm
like,
saying
are they really expressing themselves?
In courts, according to the laws of our country, TikTok has a huge winning possibility here, because all their platform is giving somebody the freedom of speech to reach more people, is what they're saying.
But if they're owned by a Chinese company, it's like too bad. It's so sad.
I'm just saying it is a big deal.
I'm coming from this because I really don't have a TikTok. So if I did and it had my income based on TikTok, I'd be like, F that. I gotta have a TikTok.
There's a lot of small businesses that do depend on the app, though. They've utilized that app for a lot of different avenues, and small businesses is a big one from what I'm reading online.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's a lot of the argument here. That's a lot of the fight. I know the younger generation
is there anything to
losing their minds.
Yes, but is there anything to fight about? I think it seems like a
Well, you know what
lose-lose.
the issue is. You know why we're banning it, right?
Because it's not owned by an American company.
No, everything in the U.S. is made by China.
What?
Because they have access to all of the personal information on every user on TikTok. And in their guidelines and rules, there's nothing to say they can't use that against you.
Mm-hmm.
So what they're saying is they can start utilizing people's personal information to there's a big election coming up. They can utilize stuff for the election. They're just saying there's a lot of danger that can happen with having access to 170 million Americans, all of their personal information that they can then use against them or can use in other ways, like to alter an election or whatever. That's what they're scared about. So America's like, you can't have all of our people on this app and do whatever you want with their personal
I
information.
think our world is, when it comes to, I think election season is the worst time of year. I think every single person that is listening right now, you hear the word election and you get a knot in your throat.
I agree.
Because it's like,
but they can leak this information whenever they want. So just know, as a TikTok user, all of the personal information that you've ever put on TikTok and stuff, they have full access to and can do whatever they want with this Chinese company. That's the issue.
Isn't that every single social media platform that there are? I mean, every time I put something out, I know that it could be used any which way.
No, because when there's that, that 15-page small font text that you click on, I agree to the terms of agreement.
Mm-hmm.
They're the only ones, from what I understand, that in that terms of agreement, they have the right to do whatever they want with your information. And that scares us, and that's why they want to get rid of the company. Unless they get a new owner that's not part of the current ownership in China.
Can't they just I feel like they'll figure out some way to have a new TikTok, and it won't be called TikTok, but every single person, they'll be able to transfer their followers and things like that.
Now, I'm not a ticker. You're kind of a ticker. You are a new ticker.
Not really. I post our podcast.
Yes, you've become a new ticker. There are tickers
I'm a talker and a ticker.
There have tickers that have been doing this for a long time, making all this money. They're not going to go down without a fight. It's going to be very interesting to see how this all unfolds during this election year, too.
Didn't we try to do the exact same thing with Snapchat? Wasn't Snapchat going to disappear during COVID?
I don't know.
I feel like people
we're talking the Senate, the Congress, the House. Everybody signed off on this. President Biden. And people a lot of people are upset because this is being a focus when there are so many bigger things that he should be passing right now.
Yeah,
they're like, wait, we banned TikTok over guns, is what I'm seeing online. We've banned this over healthcare help. It's kind of ridiculous that that's what he's focusing on, but he is, and he signed it, and it's.
I don't think that's probably. I mean, I might be dumb, but it's probably the only thing that both sides agree on.
Is what?
Is the TikTok ban, right? I would think both sides. So that's probably why.
I know.
So it's probably finally, something we all agree on.
I know.
Goodbye, TikTok.
People are just mad that that's where we're spending time right now. You know what I'm saying? And this is such a critical year for us, as a country. So I don't know. It's all up in the air.
Do you think it's going to be like this forever? Every 4 years, we're all going to hate each other?
No.
You don't think? I really kind of think so.
I think the pendulum always swings back.
But I think with all of this social media, I think everything is just so extreme. Whether it's we all hate this one person, we all love this. When we talked about this on the podcast before, I just think, is it going to be something it's like we have 2 years where we all can breathe, and then 2 years we're all going to hate each other. 2 years we're going to breathe. 2 years we hate each other.
I don't know. I mean, every time you hear about history, it's all you hear about is kind of the issues behind it, but there were simpler times, and maybe we'll get back there one day. I do think pendulums always swing back eventually.
The extremities of everything.
Wait, now I'm in my head. Are you a ticker or a talker? How do people say it?
I think TikToker, but I would say a talker. Oh, I like talker because I'm an actual talker.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what the right term is. Are you a ticker or a talker?
A ticker sounds like somebody's heart. How's your ticker working?
Well,
in that, what they say, the tick-tock of your heart, tick, tick, tick.
Well, if you're a ticker or a talker right now, you might be a goner here soon. So enjoy your ticking and talking.
Your ticker might be stopping here soon.
All right, we got to talk T Swift just because, listen. For all you Swifties, the world, it's unbelievable what she's done.
I know, and I will give it to her. She has created a movement. I don't know why I just am not obsessed with her. I don't get it. Our daughter is Mom, play Taylor Swift.
Oh, she'll shake it off till she can't shake no more.
And
she loves it.
What am I missing? I don't get it. I really don't. But this is something psychopathic of me. I don't love music. Unless it's Lionel Richie or the 1960s. I'm not a big music girly, so I think maybe that's why. So I don't get the Swiftie.
Let me tell you how many people are music people that have been listening to Taylor Swift, because her new album, Tortured Poets Department, is the first album to get 1 billion streams on Spotify in a single week.
Jesus,
and she did it in 5 days. She didn't even do 7. She did over 1 billion.
I love Taylor Swift. Please follow our podcast.
In 5 days. Also, second most album streams in a week was, sorry. My notes are crazy. So this album shattered the Spotify record for 1 billion in a week. The second most in a week was her previous album. So she owns both titles, which was the Midnight's album in 2022. She has now become the second, the song Fortnite. You know, that's the one with Post Malone. That one's actually really good.
And I'm in love with Post Malone.
I like that. That became the most streamed song in a single day in Spotify history on its first day.
Wow.
Most streamed album in a single day. Swift herself is most streamed artist in a single day. This girl is unstoppable.
Yeah, she really is.
There's
it is amazing.
nobody that can compare to her in our music industry right now.
I love that she's like women empowerment. I think she gives everybody what us women feel and girls feel on our day-to-day, how much our minds work. I think she's just one that exposes it and expresses it. And so I think that's where people connect with her.
Yeah,
I think our mind goes like a million miles an hour, and I think she is able to put it into song, and so I think it makes us women feel heard.
Is she still dating Travis Kelce?
Yes, she is.
Is she?
Yeah.
Okay, so all these
Why?
breakups she's singing about, who was it?
I think it's all of her exes. The guy that was, I think, the Kennedy. All the Swifties are going to come after us. That I don't know any of this, but I know it's all of her exes. I wonder if Travis is always
She's got a lot of exes. This is a loaded album.
Thank you. And for the woman who said, or for the people that say that she never expresses, like she's such a private person, I have never met somebody more unprivate than Taylor Swift.
In her albums, for sure.
So I'm like, it doesn't make sense to me when we're like, people are like,
well, that's
she's
her
so
place.
private.
That's her place to let it out. Maybe they're talking about like
Do you
interviewing.
think Travis ever gets scared to break up with her because he knows that their entire relationship will be her next album?
Oh yeah, it's gonna be called On the 5-Yard Line.
Eric, you are brilliant.
I'm telling you, it's already in the works. Her people are planning this. So the minute she says, guys, I'm so sad today. What happened, T? He broke up with me. Don't worry, here's your album. Here are all the songs. Let's put this to work.
We're going.
5-Yard Line. On the 5.
On the 5-yard line. Taylor Swift, future
like you're
breakup
so close
with
to
Travis.
the touchdown, but then you don't get there. You made it to the 5-yard line and then
Did you have that in your cards or did you just make that up?
Off the top of my head.
You are fucking brilliant, Eric
so
Nelson.
I'm just saying.
On the 5-yard line, Taylor Swift 2025.
Yeah, that's happening.
That is the most brilliant thing I've ever heard.
Thank you.
Do you think he ever makes sure that, like, I would be so upset if somebody's album of me breaking up with them got all those views and I wasn't making any ka-ching.
I know.
Like, you wonder how that feels.
You know,
I would love like the post-breakup Taylor Swift effect.
Yeah, I mean, clearly, if you're dating Taylor Swift, you want the fame, you want the limelight, you want to be in it to win it. So when you break up, to know that you're still being famous because she's still writing about you, it must just be another feather in your like.
Or I think knowing how many haters you're gonna get. If I was his teammate, I would be a little nervous because I'm like, shit, you can't break up with her now.
Yeah,
we have all this viewership because of you.
You know, back in the day, we lived in LA and stuff. You just kind of would have to watch out for what they would call, part of my language, star fuckers.
Oh yeah.
And so, I just when you're with the top of the top, like
a star fucker too is like.
Why do you emphasize it like that?
I love the F word.
Oh my gosh.
It's people that. Social climbers in a sense, but you want to be,
it's all a publicity move. It's like climbing the ladder. I got to be with this person because
so I can make it this way.
They're a little more famous, and they got to get me out there. And now I'm going to be paparazzi'd all the time, and it's just going to help
That would be my biggest fear in the entire world is being paparazzi'd. I remember I was paparazzi'd one time with Liz in New York when we were filming Sex and Drugs and Rock and Roll. And to be honest, I actually thought at the time it was so cool. I was like, this is so crazy. And now being an adult, and this wasn't before, this was 2013. So there wasn't social media the way it is social media now. I would be in a full panic. How many times I look at myself recording the podcast and I'm like, oh, like today my legs are a little splotchy and bruised because I was playing with the kids so much. That has to be, you can't look at yourself. I would be like analyzing myself 24/7. And they always get the picture of you like sneezing or an ugly face. They never paparazzi sweet unless you're the Kardashians who are paying the paparazzi.
They own the paparazzi.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Don't they own TMZ?
Yes, and they own. I thought, what was that one back in the day?
Do they actually own TMZ?
Yeah, they're investors,
and that's
part
like
of
the
that.
number one paparazzi company. They're brilliant.
They
to
have
do
their
that.
own editing of themselves.
You know who is lucky though?
Who?
The cast of this show that I'm about to talk about, because they've been running for 35 seasons on year 37 of the longest running animated show in the history of television, and you wouldn't even know their names for the most part.
The Simpsons or Family Guy?
The Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
Family Guy doesn't even come close to the run.
I know their name because I'm going to say this.
But most people wouldn't, and they would never get to be on the most popular, longest running show in animated history, and to no one know what you look like or even
The dream.
It's the
dream.
37 years.
My
this year.
idol is Nancy Cartwright. And if y'all don't follow Nancy Cartwright, she is,
The voice of Bart Simpson.
of course, and
Chucky
she's the
Finster.
cutest, littlest, tiniest blonde. And I just feel like she has the best life. It looks like she lives like on this estate farm, not State Farm, but like estate farm-esque in LA. And she is so cute and amazing. So y'all need to follow her on Instagram. I want to be Nancy Cartwright. It is my dream. I remember telling my agency, SBV, they were like, who do you look up to? And I was like, Nancy Cartwright. I want to be Nancy Cartwright. I think what she's done with her career, she just seems like such a happy, amazing person. So follow Nancy Cartwright. The Simpsons,
yeah.
and everything amazing she's ever done.
She's unbelievable. And you never know who she was. And she's been running on this show for 35 seasons now and making $400,000 an episode. Now, multiply that by 22 episodes a season, and you've got a lot of money.
Baby is rich.
So rich playing Bart Simpson, as well as a lot of other characters on the show. But all the leads are making like 400+ thousand an episode. They're already picked up through 2025.
Do you know what I love, though? I feel like they could do so much not good, like getting their faces everywhere. And I think they've done such an amazing job. That's what I love about voiceover stars, is I truly believe they're in the industry because they love it and not because they want to be famous.
100%.
Because I remember
That's why it's so incredible, because you don't get famous and you can still work your butt off doing what you love to do.
And still provide a living for
We
a
need
family.
to get you on a Simpsons.
You
37 years.
Nancy, The Simpsons, call me. I would do anything in the world to be on The Simpsons.
Oh my God. I think the second place is like South Park, maybe for the second longest running, but Simpsons are killing
Well,
it.
and hopefully one day Gabby's Dollhouse.
Good Lord, please make that happen.
We love Pillow Cat.
And
Well, it's story time, so cuddle up.
do you know The Office is getting a reboot?
With the original cast?
The Office, Steve Carell, John Krasinski. These made stars out of these people, this show. The mockumentary-style show, The Office, started on NBC, then it got really popular.
Well, it actually was
when
a
it
show
came
in
to
London.
Netflix. Yes.
Yes, that started it.
It was an English show in London, was The Office. Then it came to the States. NBC bought it. They made it into a hit. Then it went to Netflix and is one of the most streamed shows on Netflix in history. And it's coming back.
You are kidding me.
New cast.
Have they done auditions? Are you auditioning? Please,
They've
let's
already
call.
announced 2 of the actors.
Okay.
And you know, the original Office, no one knew them really.
Which I love. Please tell me these people are unknown. Or are they using big timers?
I will say their names. You probably won't know their names, but if you look them up, you'll then know who they
Okay.
are. Domhnall Gleeson. So, redhead, English guy. He was in About Time. He's in the Star Wars Rise of Skywalker series.
I love a redhead.
Yeah, if you look
He's
him up.
not super tall. No, I'm thinking of the guy from that Christmas movie.
Yeah, no, his name is Domhnall Gleeson.
I gotta look him up.
He's a really great actor. He's starring in it, and Sabrina Impacciator from White Lotus is in it. Again,
Oh, plays one of the prostitutes?
I'm not sure, but it's a name you don't really know.
I know, Dom. This is exactly who I was thinking of.
Yeah. He's going to be starring in it.
Oh my God, I do love him.
It's going to be new characters, same world as The Office, the whole mockumentary style. It's the same showrunner, Greg Daniels.
Yes, it is one of the prostitutes from White Lotus.
So those of you who are Office fans, which so many millions of
Wait,
Americans were.
This is so major.
This is big news. It's coming back. They're not calling it a reboot because it's its own thing, but it's taking place in a new office, shot the same way.
Same
with a
creators?
whole new cast and same creator.
Oh, my brother Jake.
Jake's gonna
Wait,
freak.
should we call a friend? Everybody loves that we
He's
call a friend.
Probably working, but
Let's see if Jake answers. If not, we'll just cut it out.
Jake, The Office is coming back,
Jake,
buddy.
phone a friend. Everybody loved when Jake was on. Let's.
Hey, Saint.
Hey, Jaker, you're on the podcast right now. I wanted
love it.
to inform you of something. Are you ready?
Let's do it.
Guess what is coming back?
Oh my god.
To TV.
TV show.
TV show. 2 days?
No, what is your favorite show?
Comedy.
Comedy.
The Office.
Yes!
The Office is coming back.
I'm pumped.
I am
He's at work.
Are you working right now? Are you in the office?
I'm in the office.
We just had a
Is Steve Carell gonna be on it?
no, but it's a whole new cast. It's if you look it up, they
Same
just
creator,
announced it. The same creator.
Same vibe. It's the whole mockumentary style going on, but it's going to be a new cast in a new office, but same kind of concept.
Ooh,
Wh-
I'm loving it.
What is your favorite quote from The Office?
Favorite quote is probably miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky, Michael Scott.
Love it.
Love it. Thank you, Jake. We love you.
Have a great day at the office.
Y'all too.
Have a great day at The Office.
Love you,
The
brother.
Office.
You miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Wayne Gretzky. Let's go.
Wait, is that really? Wait, miss 100%.
Yeah, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take.
Oh, I like
So
that.
take your shot, and you can still maybe miss, but at least you took a shot.
And that was from The Office?
Boom.
Wow.
They must have quoted it from Wayne Gretzky.
Have you ever seen the video of Will Ferrell on it when they sing 525,600
No, but you throw
minutes?
some Rent on for me, and I'm all in.
Oh, God, I love Rent.
I'm all
Rent
in.
needs to come back to Broadway.
What's going on with Fiddler on the Roof? I saw Claudia and the Toast were talking about Fiddler on the Roof. What they had like
I
the,
think
the
there was-
cast of the Real Housewives of New Jersey on the like what are they?
I don't know. I haven't listened.
something
I'm,
going
I'm
on
the
there?
worst fan ever. I have not listened. I know it's Passover. So I wonder if it has something to do with Passover, watching Fiddler on the Roof.
Because she's
and
posted a couple Fiddler things on her story recently,
I am
and she
the worst
posted
friend.
like
I should know this.
the silhouette of him on the roof,
Yes.
and she's like, "If you know, you know." And I was like, "I know," because I love Fiddler on the Roof.
I know we got to call Claudia and ask her because I should know this. I've been a really bad friend. But you know what's so weird is now that we are friends, it's almost like I can't listen as much because I feel like I want to be a friend and not a fan.
Mm.
Even though I am a fan. But it's like you say, I'm always like, Eric, I shared that on my stories. And you're usually like, well, I didn't watch your stories.
Yeah, because I watch. It's the things
Because
I
you
watch
know
every
us.
day. Yeah,
I know. So I feel like part of me is now like that, where I'm like, I love them so much that I want to keep that friendship and not just like ooh and goo over friendship or
so
fanship.
did the developed friendship like ruin your toasting abilities?
No, I will always, I'm an OG toaster, but now that I even know and love them even more as like deep friends, I feel like it's made me respect her even more. Like that's her job.
Yes.
So interesting, right?
Mm.
I've had a friend say that to me where they can't even, you're the same. Landon, he was like, I cannot follow you anymore because that's also your job. And then you don't want to like, I share so much on my social media that when we see each other, I want to be able to talk.
Oh, like everything's already out there?
Yes, everything's already out there.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting.
I know.
Because, yeah.
Do you kind of feel the same way? Do you follow all your best friends on social media?
I follow all of them.
But do you watch any of their stories really?
No.
Same.
I have like 3 accounts I look at, and it's like my 90s account, which
Yeah.
is like it posts everything 90s and it's just
Does
nostalgia.
Fuck Sherry still exist? I used to
I
think
don't
that was
know.
the funniest Instagram.
I don't know. In fact, I gotta pull this account real quick because if you're like me and probably a lot of our listeners, you are a millennial 90s kid, and this account 90s Kid for Life LYFE just brings back all the goodness of our childhood, the shows we watched, the things we played with. This kid, he's drinking Surge right now
What
in this
was
episode.
your favorite Nickelodeon series as a kid?
Oh
or
my
Disney?
Gosh, I watched all of them. I mean, when I was younger, it was
Yes.
like Rugrats,
Rugrats, always. And Doug.
Doug.
Oh my God. We got to go. Okay, I have to tell this story. We would be arrested now. So
Rocco's
Doug,
Modern Life.
Oh, Rocco's Modern Life. Rocco's Modern Life. So we were at Universal Studios. when the premiere of Doug the movie.
No, not we. You and your family.
My entire family and I. And my mother.
Way before we knew each other.
Yes. Oh gosh, I was a little girl.
Okay.
So Britney Spears, the Lawrence brothers, Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. I should know. I should have saved phone a friend for right now. And my mother had us, we were all dressed so cute because my mom made us dress super cute every time we went to any kind of amusement park. And we waited for the park to close. My mom had us stand up on toilet seats and hide in the bathrooms. And when the park had closed, we'd come out of the bathroom.
Pause. So, Mopper Reed, your
my
mom.
mother, icon.
That's what we call her, Moppers. Had the idea, knowing that there was going to be this big premiere, to bring the family into the bathroom of Disney World.
No, and of Universal.
To hide until the park closed so you could then be a part of the premiere.
Then we all snuck into the premiere.
Did it work?
It worked. I have tons of pictures. We were there at the premiere because they did some, if I remember correctly, it was like a huge open, almost like a convention center in Universal, and everybody was there and partying, and then you watched the premiere. And me and my two brothers, mom and dad, got to go.
That is
one for the bucks.
Oh man, what a
baller.
What a boss move.
That is my mother.
Kids, come here, sit up on this toilet and be quiet. Shh, they're coming.
But how illegal, and now we would
back
be
in
on
the
Daily
day,
Mail.
like you could never do that today.
No, but back then it was like we wouldn't be sneaking things, and we were like an all-American apple pie family.
So. Okay, she like realizes, all right, the coast is clear. You guys come out of the stall together.
Yeah.
You come out of the bathroom, and then what do you see?
I was so young, I really don't remember. I just know we walked to the premiere.
The premiere of Doug the movie.
The Doug the movie, it was in Universal Studios.
Wow. And you were able to sit down and watch the movie?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Nowadays there's tickets and things. I think they thought if you came
and you're like,
in,
oh, hey, Mary-Kate, hey, Ashley.
Hey, Ashley, I have a picture with the Lawrence brothers. I have a picture with Britney Spears. Everybody.
Oh my, the old hide in the bathroom technique.
And everybody use that trick now. No, but it actually did work back in the day.
I've
Isn't
seen,
that so wild that we actually did that?
That's insane.
And that we were dressed up for the event. That is my mother to a T. Okay,
did she know coming
No.
into the day that this was the plan?
No.
Or was kind of like on the spur of the moment,
On the
winging
spur of
it?
the moment,
Wow,
winging it.
I just overheard somebody saying there's a Doug premiere. I know how we can get in.
Well, they were prepping for it all day. You could tell they were setting up for it all day.
Oh, cool.
What is so crazy, this is my mother to a T. I remember, as a kid at parks, we were always decked to the nines. And I remember one time I did not want to get done up the way my mother wanted to do me up. And I didn't get picked for whatever it was that day. You know how they pick kids out of the audience? And my mother said to me, if you dress yourself up tomorrow, they will pick you. And they picked me. And I never did not dress up.
So she was right.
She was right.
She didn't know that. She was just trying to get you to dress up.
Yeah.
And it actually worked in her favor.
And it actually worked in her favor.
Wow. And so you were dressed up that day, and that was the movie premiere day?
What? I was always dressed up from then on out. But that was just one other time that I didn't want to dress up. But I loved to be picked. I don't know if they really do that anymore, like audience participation. They used to back in the day always like pick kids to be a part.
Since COVID, probably not.
COVID. I still can't believe that existed.
Oh, man, that's such a good story on the Doug premiere. What an iconic moment as a kid. I would have been all over that.
I know. Really, my mother, I remember she did tell me this because I wanted to be an actor since I was 3 years old. I've been a working actor since I was 3. And my dad was like, let's move Sainty to LA. And my mother was like, no way in hell. No, we're going to stay in Texas. So it's so interesting if I would have had a different mom, if Rusty
But your
Reed
dad was the one that was running a business, so how?
I think secretly my dad is a rock star. He wants to be a rock star.
So was he willing to kind of,
I guess, pick up,
pause the business for a bit, or
maybe do Higginbotham from California, which we now, our Higginbotham is a part of California. I just think it's so interesting. Imagine my life would have been if I would have been one of those LA kids. Oh my God, I would have done
I would have seen you out there, that's for sure.
Anything in the world to be one of those kids working in Hollywood. It's so funny because every Hollywood kid says they shouldn't put their kids in it, but every person like me that wanted to be a part of it so bad
So
want it.
interesting about that because it kind of ties into the Dan Schneider documentary.
Oh my God, we should be a Glamour and Grit and Quiet on
But
Set.
now they're coming out with others. Seeing the success of that are making other people create them. So now there's going to be a whole one on the Carters, Aaron Carter and his brother. Have you seen this?
I feel like there's already been that. I've watched a whole thing on the
No,
Carters.
this is big. This is coming up.
Well, that's so. I mean, that whole family
Big
was
scandal there, and it's coming off the success of what was it called? The Dan Schneider.
Quiet on Set.
Quiet on Set. So they saw the success. Now they're like, oh, now we need to release another one.
Oh God, but everybody knows the story of the Carters.
Yeah, but there's some good. There's
I mean,
some
they had
good
a
stuff
reality
coming
show,
up
and
on
then they
it.
did after he passed, and then I think his twin passed away. That whole family, and
There's
I feel
a big scandal. They're
Nick has
saying
done
that they're
such a
going to
great
be
job.
exposing on this new documentary. A new,
exposing them or the Carters exposing people.
No, them.
Oh, exposing the Carters.
Yes.
Oh, that makes me sad because I know Nick. It seems like he had a lot of issues, and he has an amazing wife now, and I really do feel like they've tried to live their life. And I
Yeah.
just feel like this opens up so much for them,
It
which
does.
is very sad.
It does. And of course, Aaron
Well, you know,
is
Christy Carlson
deceased.
Romano has a podcast, and that's like all she does now is
Everyone does.
exposing. Everybody has a podcast. It
They
really
do.
is the thing to do. I do. You know, she moved to Austin.
Oh, nice.
I know. Everyone's moving to Texas. Texas is the place. The stars at night.
But they
are
keep
big
saying,
and
don't
bright."
California my Texas, so they gotta.
Oh, come on. We love everybody. Everybody loves.
We truly do.
Y'all means all in Texas. We love everybody.
This is 100% true. This is true. It's just, it's become such an amazing place for a reason. It's roots. You know what I mean? The people, the support.
The people and the support are all about everybody loving each other. So we all got to love each other.
And they're scared because people in California are all like bickering and fighting and things are going crazy. So they're like, don't do that here. We're peaceful here.
But you know what? I think when people move here, it's a culture thing.
Yeah,
I think the
you
culture,
start to
everybody always
adapt.
says nobody loves their state more than Texans. So I think if somebody comes in and you're not loving, I think what I always say, you start at home. We start at home. Everybody loves each other.
But
and
if
we
you're not
built
loving
out.
it, get out because we love it.
Oh, brother.
Although,
Anyways.
it's hard to, let's just talk sports for a quick second because it's playoffs for basketball and hockey right now. Both the Mavs and the Stars are in it. However, my Dallas Stars are down 2-0 versus the Golden Knights of Las Vegas, who are the defending champions from last year's Stanley Cup. And both of the games were at home in Dallas, and we lost them both. So our back is so against the wall right
Wait,
now.
how many do they have to lose to be
They-
out?
If we get 2 more, we are done. I mean,
I would think so. 4 losses, I
We-
would be out.
We're done this next game if we lose again. You just
Are we playing the same team this next game?
yes.
So
Yeah.
how many games do they play of them?
What do you mean?
Like how many games do they play the same team?
It's just like basketball, best of 5.
Oh, best of 5. I didn't know. That's
Yeah.
what I was wondering.
But the Mavs are okay. They're not amazing, but they're not bad. They're 1-1. Luka. I gotta read this stat. This is unbelievable. Where's my Luka stat?
I love all your note cards. Thank God for you in these note cards.
Oh, you're very welcome.
I think you are just the cutest thing in those note cards.
I don't know where my stat is, but it's something like this. Out of all the playoff games that Luka has played, he is the second, only behind Michael Jordan, with the highest average of points ever.
Wow.
Luka.
I love Luca because he has total dad bod and just looks horribly unfit.
He is the most unathletic athlete on the planet.
On the planet. You watch him and you're like, it reminds me of Will Ferrell.
Even running
He
down the
looks like
court,
Will-
it just doesn't look like
No, it does not
graceful
look like an athlete.
or no. But he gets it done every
It's
time.
baffling to me. I wonder if he loves himself some McDonald's. So he's just yes, I love that. An unathletic athlete.
Unathletic
athlete.
is what he looks like coming down the court but he's his shot percentages, his points per game, his rebounds, his blocks, his steals. It's
He's a superstar.
unmatched. Truly, there's probably 1, maybe 2 other players in the NBA.
Who
that
was
are
the
even-
little bitty one that used to play? Shorty? Was
way
it
back in the day?
Yes.
Muggsy Bogues.
Muggsy. Can my grandmother name be Muggsy?
Played for the Charlotte Hornets.
I want to be Muggsy.
Muggsy
I feel like
is
that would be the cutest grandmother name.
incredible player.
I kind of think I'm growing. Does that sound so weird? But Christy said to
shoes
me, our
you're
cousin,
wearing.
no, I know. I had on flats. I'm 5'2", but I think because I've been healthier and I lost weight that I feel like I might be 5'3" now, which I am so sad because I've always wanted to be 5'2", eyes of blue. Oh, what fun. You know that song?
No,
Has anybody seen my girl?
I've never heard it.
Oh, it's a classic oldies. I think it was maybe in South Pacific, the musical.
Well, anyway, we got Mavs, we got Stars. We got to say some prayers for those Stars. Mavs, we're doing okay, 1-1 versus the Clippers. We got to hopefully just, keep this up.
Usually I'm the jewelry girl, but Daddy, you are rocking the jewelry today.
These amazing companies.
You are blinging.
These amazing companies keep sending me this amazing jewelry, and it's just it would be
remiss
if I didn't sport it.
I like that horseshoe.
It's very cool.
I really, 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 so I'm obsessed with, it's called Established Jewelry. She is so cool. Her jewelry is so expensive. And I keep saying that is my goal one day I want a cigar ring.
What's that?
It's like a thicker ring. It's a heartier ring, kind of like that. And it's just, I just feel like there's something old school and sexy about a cigar ring.
What is it? Because it looks like a cigar wrapper?
Whoa, I feel like the world is shaking now.
Is that what it is?
Actually, I think so. Maybe that's why. I actually don't know. Good thinking. I'll figure that one out. Next time. Okay, before we end, guys, we forgot last time. Our glamour and our grit.
Well, we did it with Jen, but we forgot last Friday, yeah.
Wait, can we talk about Jen's episode for 1 second? I am so in love with Jen. It's not even funny. That is the most vulnerable, real. That was just like the sexiest episode ever. Because what I love about her is she walks in so bare and open. Not only is she one of the most talented actresses of our time and actors right now of our time, she is so beautiful as a human being. Her insights are just open to share. And I think there is something so special. I'm just so in love with her.
Yeah. No, she is. I mean, it was an amazing
She is my
episode.
girl crush. I am just madly in love with that human. She is so special. And I hope everybody gets a little dose of Jen Landon in their life because she deserves the world.
I wish I was as in touch and as open and just the ability to recognize the feelings that she has and is so amazing to me because it's like, to understand. I don't know. She's obviously done a lot of soul searching and emotional searching and has really tapped into and figured out what it is that she needs and what it is that I don't know. She's very special. She's got to figure it out.
There's something so scary about being that vulnerable. And I think that is something I struggle with daily with this podcast is how vulnerable I want to be. And I think she just does such a great job as this is who I am, take it or leave it, but also protecting her peace. She's just amazing. If you haven't listened to our episode with Jen, please do because our producer said it perfect. It's a therapy session.
It is. Well, speaking of therapy, what is your glamour? What is your grit for today before we end things?
My glamour is surviving the travel day.
Yeah, which you did incredibly.
And my grit is just not feeling 100%. I just don't feel very good. I'm just very tired.
Yeah.
And that's a lot. Eric was so nervous. He was like, the last time you came in with coffee, you were on a 15. And I had a beer before I did the podcast and I chilled out. This is my fourth cup of coffee and I feel like I'm still super chill. That's when I'm a little tired. I'm just a little tired.
That's okay. And we're going to find time to rest here at some point.
I think in June.
Glamour, I've got fun movie premiere on Saturday.
Yes, and your
tomorrow,
buddies, Jake and Jack, are coming in town.
At the Dallas International Film Festival this Saturday at 4 p.m. We got a big premiere happening of Holly by Nightfall, which is a movie I shot in Houston last year. And I've got buddies in town from the movie that are staying with us, Jack Fallahy. So it's going to be very fun. My mom's in town. We're all going to go. Your parents are coming. It's going to be a blast.
Oh, wait, can we say another glamour really fast?
Sure.
Our amazing sister-in-law has her opening of P-Volve, which is Jennifer Aniston's workout company, is Saturday morning.
Tomorrow, yes.
So if you are in Texas, please look at their Instagram, P-Volve Fort Worth. I'm so proud of her. It takes a lot to start your own business as a mom, and I think she has done it with grace and is excelling beyond belief. So follow P-Volve Fort Worth. I'm so proud of her. Her grand opening is Saturday as well. So I just had a shout out to my sister because I really am really, really extremely proud of her.
As am I. It's an amazing women's fitness studio.
Not just women, but it really does. It is a special place. I think a lot of women go there, but my bestie, John, and I went and he had the best time ever. He's on the tour for Tina. So guys can definitely go too.
And my grit would be
What's your grit?
I don't know. I got sidetracked there. Glamour is the premiere. Grit is I don't know. No.
Do you not have a grit right now?
I mean, all the things. I'm still sick. I can't breathe through my nose, but I'm tired. I don't know. I'm just trudging along. My grit is,
Trudging.
Just trudging. I'm just trudging.
I bet your grit is not being able to stay in Florida with us the whole time.
That was a big grit. That was a big grit. Seeing them all together with my side, my family, with you there, with them. I had so much FOMO. I wanted to be there. Thank you for bringing that up because that was 100% my grit. I just couldn't think of it on the spot. But yeah, it was seeing your family on vacation without you. And I wanted to be there.
Yep. Well, and then I guess I will see you Saturday because after this,
Tomorrow.
both of us are leaving 2 different locations and I'm going to the airport and you are going to Dallas. So I love you.
That's that. Love you too. We'll see you soon. And we'll see you Monday, everyone.
Yes, celebrity episode. Bye.
Glamour.
Grit. Glamour.
Grit.